this video, we will be discussing about the growing water stress across the world. So, in this editorial, we will begin with this report which was released by UNESCO. Okay, the United Nations World Water Development Report of 2022 has highlighted some of the concerns with respect to the increasing withdrawal of water from resources such as streams, lakes, aquifers and human-made reservoirs. Okay, then apart from this, we will look at this report of the Global Drought Risk and Water Stress Map, which says that the western and central parts of India are facing severe water shortages. And there was a report in 2018 from the Niti Aayog that around 600 million people are facing acute water shortages. Okay, so before this, we will see a small statistics. From the 2011 census report, we can come to know that 34% of the Indian population lived in the urban areas. So by 2030, this will be increasing to 40%. And by 2050, it will be touching 50%. So by 2050, half of India's population will be living in its urban areas. So, this is not just the case of India. From the beginning of the 20th century, there is this rapid urbanization. Okay. Here, we have this example of Ahmedabad. Okay. It says, until 1980s, the city used or it met its demand from the groundwater resources. But later, due to increase of its population, this could not be done. But it was supplied through the Narmada Canal. So what we mean to say here is, there is this transboundary transfer of water from the rural areas to the urban areas, due to which there is distress being created in the rural areas. First, let us see what are the problems in the urban areas. So, you must be knowing about this grey water. This is nothing but the wastewater, which is the domestic wastewater which do not contain the fecal content. Okay, so this can be reused, but this is not efficiently being done in the country, nowhere in the country. Okay, then apart from this, due to rapid urbanizations, there are some ecologically insensitive decisions which are taken by the authorities. For example, there are some public places such as apartments or parks or stadiums which are being built or have been already built on some ecologically sensitive areas such as lakes and wetlands, due to which it has disturbed the water cycle and there is depletion of groundwater. Okay, see, that is why we started with the case of Ahmedabad, which met all its demand from the groundwater. So, due to this ecologically insensitive decisions of building, of concretizing the natural areas such as lakes and wetlands, there is no place for water to go inside or to have sufficient resources in the groundwater. Okay, so this is the case in the urban areas. So when you are talking about the rural areas which are predominantly dependent on agriculture, and you know agriculture is very water intensive, okay, and especially in India, due to some of our policies such as procuring crops through MSP, it has popularized some crops such as rice and wheat, and these two are very much water intensive, and also some other crops like sugarcane. These are very much water intensive. It consumes more of water. So there is this discussion about farmers adopting some water efficient techniques or some water efficient crops itself, such as millets, which requires very less amount of water when compared to these type of crops. Now millets such as ragi and jowar. Okay, so this is one suggestion with respect to the rural areas. Okay, I hope this video will be helpful to you. okay, in understanding the growing water stress which is happening across the world and also in India. Okay, thank you.